Yeah, so next what I'm going to do is just pen over to fixing, problem here and there. And I guess, because I already, going to, I noticed, well, not noticed, how to say it, like, I already designed that I'm going to pen over later on in Photoshop. So there's many problem. Well, maybe not many problem. It's like so many problem, like a lot of problem in 3D, but I kind of didn't. I just ignore it because I know I'm going to, pen over in the 2D, such as those weird, 2D assets, or when I'm modeling, it's just starts to creating a lot of weird, clunky effect, and as you can see, there's some problem like textures, just so many problems, and I just decided I'm going to fix those problems in the 2D in Photoshop to using the 2D method. But of course, if we can refine those elements in 3D, uh, one thing for sure is like we can saving a lot of time to doing this pen over. And another thing for sure is like because one of the great benefit of doing 3D concept is because we are not just design the a 2D picture. We basically we building a whole a virtual world. Almost you can say some kind of metaverse. So the great benefit of it is just we can later on to design this world, push it further. We can think about really every aspect of we can design all the aspect of this world we are building. So for sure, if we can refine some of the assets, some of the model, texture, all the things in 3D, then once again, when we go back to the environment and redo, or develop further for our world, and it's going to giving us a great benefit. And oh, excuse me. Okay, I'm back. Yep. So, um, but still, tell this at this point, I think at least from the beginning, we cannot very sure about like which direction we want to go, right? So I think 2D is one of the most efficient way to fixing some problem rather than we spend too many effort to creating the perfect asset, and in the end that didn't go to that didn't work out, and or our design is moving to an entirely different direction, right? So it's just hard to measure like what is the best way. I and that's one of the reason why we really needed to do to develop to practice, right? So because it's going to giving us enough experience to determine what method is the best way, most efficient way, especially comes to production to design our our environment or anything. But yeah, of course. So the the good news is like we enjoyed doing art, right? So we could just enjoy the process and the doing again and again, doing in our spare time, or just to level up our um consciousness to giving us the better idea of like okay what to do, like design and everything. It's like for example like when I designed this environment, at the very beginning I already know that I need a foreground, midground, background, and I have some idea about what's those elements going to be look like. Um, but of course, they come to two things. One thing is like this kind of idea is coming from two things. One thing is like our to-do list, our checklist. One we need a foreground, we need a midground, we need a background. That's like for commercial project for sure. That's something we needed to have to giving us enough enough information. Oh, excuse me. Okay, sorry, I'm back. So we need all those information to creating a proper commercial project. To give us enough information. Whether it's game, video game, or it's movie or animation or any entertainment product, we need a very rich uh, um, information to creating enough. I would say is information that could stimulate um, audience, will make it audience feel fun. So and also another reason that I had an idea about it is because I'm doing it for some time, so I have a certain experience and also principles guide me to do things here and there, do all kinds of different make a lot of decisions basically, and it just helping to becoming better visual problem solver. And yeah, I think that's really something where every artist just with well doing all the time, right? So it's just we're just improving our visual problem solving technique. And but right now we have a lot of great tools such as Blender, and so we can doing it in a variety of different ways. And yeah, right now I'm doing it is like I open a new file and I copy my entire image into another 4K resolution picture. And yeah, as you can see, this is smart layer. So when I added content and plus Ctrl S saving it, it will automatically updating. So like what I'm doing right now. You see, for example, right now I draw something and I saving it and we're updating on my files. And so for the purpose of what I'm doing this is because I want to when I creating a filter, for example Gaussian blur, I I can saving this filter. If I make any changing, I can right click to add a content and saving it, and also this filter will automatically apply it. So it giving me a nice. It's kind of similar to modifier inside the Blender, right? It's like the modifier is like non-destructive modeling, giving you the non-destructive modeling process, and in Photoshop it's kind of similar to that. Smart layering. So I'm tweaking the value here and there, and of course, actually, after I recording, I still tweaking things here and there a lot, because you know, uh, it just well, it's part of visual development process. Not just when I develop this image, I'm not just develop this image. I also develop something in my head to help me to see things clear. Especially, previously I didn't do much fantasy, type of genre, so this is also a great opportunity for me to learn. And yeah, I'm adding a noise, and I'm going to using soft light blending mode and reduce the opacity to giving this, well, who knows what it is. I just feel like it kind of like a real photo, the kind of effect. Of course, there's a lot of problems here and there, and I will fix later. But right now I'm kind of like just try to preview the final image, and horizontally flipping the canvas help me to see the new things about the composition. And yep, I guess that's pretty much the first demo, and the first the chapter of the tutorial. And next I'm going to demonstrating and also doing another picture and creating another demo to show you how to apply all those knowledge to do something uh, entirely different, but at the same time not that much different, because I'm going to using the same composition and the overall same setting of our design, and kind of like seeing like how you can push the design into another direction, and also well, I think it's going to be fun. So see you in the next chapter.